Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to Sunday Morning Shred. I'm your host, Mark Murray. This is the show where you wake up Sunday morning, roll out of bed and grab your coffee, your tea, whatever you like to start your day with. You head over to YouTube and you click on Sunday Morning Shred. Every week I meet with you guys to talk about guitars and some of the videos I posted this week, and this week is no different. We're going to be answering your guys' questions, going over some of the comments you guys left on the YouTube videos. I did the Alien Blood Stealth Frankenstrat series over on the main channel this week, so I got a bunch of comments I've gathered from those videos that you guys left for me, and some of your guys' questions that you had about the guitar, and I want to respond to some of your guys' I wouldn't call them criticisms, but I guess they're critiques. I guess that's what it is. And then at the end of the show, after the questions, I'm going to be opening this guitar. So we got a new guitar in, and if you watched last week's episode, I went on guitarcenter.com, and I love to do axe hunting. So I buy tons of guitars all the time, used guitars, buy them, and I throw them over on my rack over there. And then when time permits, I work on them to flip them, rebuild them, repaint them, fix them up, and then flip them and sell them. So I had got a $150 gift card from somebody a couple weeks ago from my brother-in-law, and it's very generous of him. It was a Guitar Center gift card, so I wanted to go on their website and look at what they had in the used section and see if there's a couple guitars I could pick up cheap that need some work that I can rebuild and then give away maybe one of them and flip one of them, and then with the money from the one that I flip, go ahead and do the same thing. Go back on the Guitar Center used section, or maybe even Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist or wherever, eBay Reverb, but then, get another guitar with that profit, or get another 2 guitars, and then give one away, sell one, and then kind of keep that thing going. So today I got one of the guitars in that I ordered. I want to look at your guys' comments and see what you guys said I should buy, because I asked you guys in the comments as you watched me shop for guitars, which one would you guys buy? What do you guys think would be an interesting project here on the channel? And I got one of them. So I woke up the next morning. The show drops at 5 a.m. California time. I woke up maybe a little after 6 a.m. Saw the comments already rolling in, and I went on Guitar Center's website, and a bunch of the ones I was looking at were already sold. So I pulled the trigger quick. At maybe 8 o'clock, I waited for some of your guys' comments to roll in, because I wanted you guys to help me decide. I didn't want to skip over something that might have been, a hidden gem on their website. Maybe like, the Harley Bentons, and they had a couple different brands that I had never heard of or had never tried myself, that I wanted your guys' advice to see if this is a guitar you guys think I should rebuild on the channel. So I got one of them, and we're going to be opening it up, and I want to tell you a little more about my experience, but that'll be at the end of the show. So let's head over to the computer here, and let's look at some of your guys' questions. Or comments, I should say. So we're going to start with the Alien Blood stuff from the main channel. If you haven't seen the name is kind of a mouthful. The Alien Blood Splatter Stealth Frankenstrat miniseries. It was a 5-part plus 1 bonus episode that came out on Saturday. So kind of like a 6-part little miniseries, where instead of like one 15 to 25 minute episode of Trash to Thrash, I think it was like they were all each at least 8 minutes or right around there. Some of them a 10-minute long episode. So it was almost an hour-long series there. And then yesterday, on Saturday, I put out the Sega Genesis, the Alien Blood Splattered Sega Genesis that I rebuilt, that is currently for sale over on my website. So if you're interested in getting a sick custom-painted Guitar Guts Sega Genesis with Alien Blood splatter on it, head to guitarguts.com. The link to all the merch and all that kind of stuff is down in the description. Let's head back over to this camera real quick, actually. We got Sunday Morning Shred shirts. We got all kinds of shirts over on the website. So if you're a fan of the show, fan of the channel, hardcore fans, you guys are the Sunday Morning Shred crew. But we also have Trash to Thrash shirts. Actually, I have one right here. And I got Time to Shred shirts, which is always a little saying I like, Time to Shred. But yeah, we got them all over at guitarguts.com. The link is down in the description, along with all kinds of crazy stuff. Drink koozies, and I should have coffee mugs. I had these made a couple years ago, but I don't have any of those left, and I don't really want to get another batch unless there's a big demand for them. But we got all kinds of stuff over on the website. So custom picks, the Guitar Guts signature kill switch with my logo, my kill boost pedals, baby onesies. That's a new thing that I'm getting into, because I'm a proud father of a couple children, but one of them is 2. And when he was a baby, there wasn't a lot of cool guitar clothes out there. So now I'm making stuff that I would want to put my baby in and offering it up for sale. So check out guitarguts.com if you want to help support the channel that way. Get yourself a Sunday Morning Shred or Trash to Thrash t-shirt. So let's jump into the questions here now. Hey Mark, this is from Dustin. I've never seen Dustin spelled like that. Dustin Nichols. Hey Mark, I have a potentially crazy question. I have this LTD M400 here, and I really do not like the neck profile. Okay, here's the crazy. Can I tape off all the sensitive areas and spray clear coat on the neck? Maybe spend 2 or 3 months layering thicker and thicker over time, then sand the neck down into a profile I'd enjoy. I would like it to match my Schecter Blackjack ATX neck. Don't know exactly what to do to match the neck profile to get the sanding right, but this guitar is just going to grow old, not getting played if I don't figure out something. I was also considering putting a crackle paint job on top of the original paint job, but I'm unsure if I should, or if you can, since the guitar is already clear coated. Also, do I have the same kind of top coat to not have a chemical reaction or something? I don't know about all this paint stuff just yet, but I do know I absolutely have to do something about the neck profile of this guitar. So that's a crazy question. I like where your head's at though, Dustin. I personally, I would not go about it that way. I wouldn't go ahead and layer up so much paint that you can reshape the neck. You can probably reshape the neck partially on its own, unless the neck is just far too thin. If that's the case, potentially think about switching out the neck with another neck you might like better. You might be able to just get a Schecter neck, switch that on there, or just sell the guitar and get a Schecter. I wouldn't personally, you got to put so much clear on. I put like 15 to 18 coats of clear on my real textured guitars, like a multicolored stripe EVH or a crackle or a splatter, something that's got paint on paint on paint with like rigid lines, so it's going to be thicker. And they do get a bit thicker, but like not enough to where you're going to be able to sand it into a different shape. So that would be so much clear coat. That's probably going to kill the vibration of the guitar, I'm going to guess. I don't really know because I've never done anything like that. And then as far as repainting the body with the crackle, yeah, if you scuff the guitar up just like I do on Trash to Thrash, scuff it up with 600 grit sandpaper, you could repaint over that. By now the paint job should be cleared unless it's some type of lacquer or something like that. Lacquers, they literally never dry. They always stay able to be reactivated. So they dry like 99%, but they don't fully cure ever. If you drop, more lacquer on it, it will bond with the previous coats of paint. Same with if you put like some type of thinner on it, it might actually take the clear coats and all this stuff off. Lacquer is interesting, but LTD doesn't use lacquer. I'm 99% sure an M400 would definitely not be lacquer. And yeah, you could do a crackle paint job over it, and then you shouldn't have any type of chemical reactions. Dio name. Awesome, I'm working on an EVH style Strat and a Telecaster myself. Very awesome. Tell us more about your projects in the comments, Dio name. If you're watching this video here, I'd like to know a little more. What are you doing with the Telecaster, EVH style Strat and a Telecaster? Is the Telecaster also EVH? Give us some more info on this thing. Wes Lester, what's up, Wes? I know Wes, he's an awesome dude. Love it, stripes look really great. Aw, man, thank you so much. Invisible Jiu-Jitsu, I love that name, that's great. Guitar is looking great. Here's an idea I was thinking for you to try one day. Do the striping for the black on black stealth as you did here, but then mask the guitar to leave only the gloss stripes showing uncovered, and then do the alien blood. I reckon it'll look sick with it sitting only on the gloss stripes as a real highlight. That's really interesting. I've never thought about that. So if I were to do that though, it would be really, really hard to tape off the negative space and leave only the stripes. So probably what I would do is paint it gloss black, paint the splatter on the whole guitar, and then tape it up and try to sand down the spots where I'm going to be putting the matte black. That, try to get it even so you don't see the splatter through the matte black. I would either do that, or I would spray clear. So spray the gloss black, then do the splatter, then drop a couple coats of clear on it, sand it level, and then stripe it up. So that's probably what I'd do. It'd be a lot of work to get it to look really good, but that's the way to do it, I think. Bad Apple Guitar Works, Tim McDougald. Mark, where do I get the Trash to Thrash shirt you wore in this video? Right there, they're available at guitarguts.com. I appreciate you asking, Tim. Big Timber Films, aka John. John, he bought an an Alien Blood Rhodes from me recently, so you know he loves that Alien Blood splatter. It's looking so sick. Thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Kate Ruckus? Kate Ruckus. She's causing a ruckus over there with the alien and the metal throwing up the horns. Appreciate that. Anthony Arona, he's the owner of the Alien Blood Splatter Stealth Frankenstrat. This is so cool to see how you did this. I'm really enjoying how the guitar was made. I'm glad, Anthony. That's so cool. I love that you guys get to watch. That's like one of the best things about Trash to Thrash is one person gets to own this guitar one day. So they get like a cool little documentary basically on how the guitar was made, and it's pretty cool. Glad you're enjoying it, man. You're going to see Anthony pop up because these are all the comments from all 5 videos, or all 6 of them, because the Sega Genesis ones will show up in here too. Okay, so Chop Your Axe. Cool stuff. How do you find the right spot for your spring claw? If you could explain having issues. Okay, so I commented back to him, but basically, let's grab... Here's like a Strat type guitar. So if you look in here, let's head to the other camera. This camera's better quality. So if you head and look in here, you'll see those are the 2 holes for the claw. And the way I told him was measure the thickness of the claw and make sure that you drill your holes at least far enough down to where your claw is not going to be sticking up above the back of the guitar. So if the claw is 3/8 of an inch thick, measure down 3/8 of an inch and drill your holes there. The guitars that I've been working on, most of them, already have those claw holes in them, so I don't really normally have to add my own claw holes, but that's the way to do it. Michael, what's up, Lefty Michael? Michael Metal 71. Wow, that's a very cool build. You're a true artist, Mark. Can't wait to see it finished. It looks like Eddie killed an alien or Predator with his guitar. Nice, I like that. Shake Baby Hitler? Yeah, holy crap, crazy name. Dude, at this point, I don't think any of your builds can be too crazy. Go off. Push boundaries. Let's see exactly what a weirdo with a guitar shop in his garage can do. I love that comment. That's so funny. A weirdo with a guitar shop in his garage. That's me, man. That's me. Yeah, I got some crazy other ideas coming soon, but working on some customer stuff right now, so can't really spend too much time on crazy stuff. But I was talking to my fiance when I saw this comment 4 days ago and showed her the comment, and I was having a laugh, and she's like, oh, have you started project blah 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 yet? It's one of the guitars I am building for myself. And I was like, not really. It's like hanging, I got the guitar out here, but I'm not really working on it right now. It's not the LTD Explorer. It's another LTD, a sick paint job concept that I came up with. And she's like, that is exactly the kind of stuff that he's talking about, as far as getting weird or getting too crazy. So yeah, Project CT, we'll call it for now. It's going to be so cool. Alijan, I think it's Alijan Khan. Glad I stumbled upon this. This is a good idea for a channel to show videos of guitars being modded and built, etc. If you're watching this, Alijan, let me know how to say your name in the comments. By the way, anybody who wants to respond, please respond and ask questions in the comments, and I always grab all the questions out and answer them here on the show. So if you have any questions about any guitar stuff, leave them in the comments here, and I'll grab them. Idiot Burns. Pretty sweet. I use your videos as motivation to keep going with my brands. RL James guitars and Burns cases. Well, let's talk about cases, because I need some cases. I'm guessing your name's RL James. RL Stein. That reminds me of RL Stein, the old Goosebumps dude. But yeah, if you make guitar cases, we should talk. He said also, I love the wiring breakdown, and I'd love to have a spot for battery dedicated, not under the pickguard. That would be cool. So they do make guitars that have built-in battery boxes. Do I have any hanging right here? I don't see any hanging right here, but here's a preview if this guitar wants to come out of the stand. They do make little boxes. Here's a little preview of a guitar that's coming in the future. It's a LTD Arrow, Arctic Arrow, that I refinished in gloss white. Threw brilliant blue splatter on. Looks so sick. This is for a customer, by the way. It is sold. And there is a battery spot right here. And, you know, that's a lot of work to put in a battery, a little battery box. You know, you got to get the router out and all that stuff. But I have done that on other builds before. It's just this one here. We didn't discuss that. And, you know, people got to pay for the labor being done. So we didn't discuss that. And I figure if you decorate the battery, make it look cool enough, like I think I did with this guitar, it's not a big deal. You know, to see it in there, I think it's kind of cool myself. I like seeing the battery. It's like an EVH thing to do. Like he like stuck broken selector switches and parts inside his guitars, and I kind of just feel like it's in the vibe of EVH. So I like seeing the battery under the clear pickguard. But I totally get it. Some people, we're going to see more comments in the future here that say it's inconvenient to remove the pickguard every time you need to change the battery. But honestly, you don't really need to change the battery very often. It's every year or so if you remember to unplug your guitar every time. And if you have an electric screwdriver, let me grab mine real quick and I'll show you guys what I use to take out 11 or 13 screws for a pickguard. Look at this. That's one screw. 2, 3. So it's, 13 screws. It takes you a minute to unscrew them with an electric screwdriver. So if you get yourself the right tools, it really is pretty quick. But yeah, a battery box is pretty nice to have in the back of a guitar. Anthony, once again, the owner of the guitar, came in. I'm definitely going to get me some of them shirts. I appreciate that. So go to Guitar Guts, everybody. Get yourself some shirts. GuitarGuts.com. Link in description. Patriot Pizza Man. Great name. I'd have preferred a routed entrance to the battery on the back of the guitar for battery changes. I like the location, though. Can't wait to see this thing completed. Yeah, I don't disagree, but hey. Metal Dad 87. Nice. I'm surprised you guys didn't go with the Fishman rechargeable battery pack that they offer. I'm guessing it was a cost or space issue, though possibly both. The only ones I've seen don't have like the spring tremolo systems. They kind of replace, from what the ones I've seen, replace like the back cover for the tremolo springs. So maybe they do make ones that would fit this guitar. Honestly, I'm not that familiar with the Fishman product line, but I've seen Mick Rocklin rocks the Fishman pickups in almost all of his guitars, and he's got that Fishman. It's just got a USB jack on the back of the guitar, and it's got like a big flat battery. It's pretty awesome, but I need to look into something like that because that is cool. Gilbert said, it's coming out nice. Thanks, Gilbert. Mutt said, this turned out awesome. It'd be cool to see a future build with splatter under the Frankenstriping instead of over it. Yeah, see, that's the same thing we were talking about before. A couple people want to see that. Might have to do something like that. Rocky said, I want to see a Millennium silver finish. That's cool. I actually painted a Flying V. It's a mini Flying V for my 2-year-old son. I made it for him before he was born. So it's metallic light silver. It is so sick. I should bring it back on the channel and show you guys. But a couple years ago for Christmas, I had showed it for a video I did in like Christmas 2020. Gave away 3 guitars for Christmas that year to people. And one of them was that. It was really sick. Ed Balabon said, I don't know why, but I love this crap. Metal! Well, I know why, because it's freaking awesome, dude. Colin Burney said, alright, guitar thrashing to trashing. Peace and blessings, Mark. Hey man, thank you so much. Anthony is back once again, the owner of the guitar. These videos are great. I'm learning more about the guitar more and more. Now I just want to pick up my guitar and play it. Hell yeah, that's the whole point, man, to inspire. Tyler Johnston, who is another up-and-coming YouTuber. He's brand new, and he just cracked 1,000 views on one of his videos, and he only has like, I think 10 or less videos up, so he's dedicated. Check out his channel. And I'm actually going to have him on this channel pretty soon, probably maybe for a Sunday Morning Shred segment, because he's a cool guy, and he's a fellow father, a young guitar player, and just a cool dude. So he said, this is turning out sick. It reminds me of if Steve Vai played a Frankenstrap for some reason. Hey, that's cool. My belief would be Steve Vai's would have like a swirl dip, and then tape it off and spray another color over that, or vice versa. Swirl dip some colors, tape it off, swirl dip it again in different colors, and then you'll have like a striped up double swirl dip. Too crazy though. That's too crazy. I just got an idea though. What if you dipped it this way and then turned the guitar 90 degrees and dipped it sideways? So then the two color, schemes would be conflicting, so it'd give you a little more context to what's going on, because it'd probably be too crazy if they're both swirl dipped and pulled out the same direction. Gilbert once again said, can't wait to see how it's going to sound. So one thing I love is these returning people, because I start to get to know you guys from your names and your pictures on here when you comment multiple times on videos, and I appreciate that, especially when you're watching the video and you comment throughout the video. like responding to things that happen. Instead of like editing or waiting till the end and just leaving one comment, it's so cool when people leave multiple comments. Get that algorithm working for us. Richie said, I would have checked out how it played before putting in all that work. Looks awesome though. Yeah, I should have did that, huh? So what he's referencing is episode 4 of that guitar series. I got the guitar painted, put together, looking sick, and then I went to go play it, and there's dead notes and buzzing and problems with the frets. So I had to pop the neck off, do a bunch of work to level the frets out, and recrown them, and polish them, make them look all gorgeous, and eventually the guitar played so good, sounded so good, like nothing like, I don't know how much the guitar originally cost, but I don't think that was a high-end, expensive guitar, so in the end, it played like I would say $1,000 plus guitar. It sounded like an amazing guitar too, even though it was probably lower quality wood and all that stuff. But hey, it's all about the feel, the look, and the sound. And if it hits all those things, then you know who's to say what it's really worth. But yeah, I should have checked it before I started working on it. But I'm in a rush to sometimes get these things started, because the longest part is the painting. I want to get these things painted so they can sit and cure for a while. And I could always do the fret work in a day or two, so no big deal. But yeah, next I should, yeah. Chris Schultz, which is the owner of another guitar that you're going to be seeing pretty soon. It's another sick Frankenstrat I did. I love the guitar, but why not add a wire or inlet in the pickguard so you don't have to take off the pickguard to charge the battery? You jam, then unplug the guitar. Then plug the guitar in for a full charge. I'm not crazy about removing the pickguard. You know, I feel ya, but you couldn't, with these batteries, I used rechargeable batteries. I have a little USB plug, and I don't know if they should be plugged in all the time. You know, I don't know if they, maybe that would be a thing I could do in the future, try that out. See if I could route like an extension over off the battery to like maybe the back of the guitar, and you can just plug it in. Kind of like the Fishman setup. That would be cool. Anthony, definitely glad I sent it to you. Hopefully I can send another one in when I have a chance. Hope you have a great day and stay awesome. Right on, dude. Thank you, man. Appreciate your business. Tanner Girl said dream. Okay, thank you. Uncle Sasquatch, amazing. You're a master at your craft. Dude, I appreciate you, my man. We'll talk soon. I got one of Uncle Sasquatch's guitars here right now. Tones Guitars, which is awesome dude with a great guitar collection, and actually, I got a video I can play for you guys of a couple guitars that he sent me a really cool video of a couple guitars from his collection. So, let me see if I can pull up a browser here. I was looking at some EMG wiring stuff earlier today. Okay, so someone said, oh, Anthony, I'm very happy with how it came out. I was worried that it wouldn't turn out good. Thank God I was wrong. And you know, I'm kind of with him. When he first emailed me and we started planning this guitar out, I wasn't sure either how this guitar was going to turn out. Stealth Frankenstrat stripes with green alien blood splatter and a clear pickguard. It's kind of crazy. Forgive me, I'm logging into my my other Dropbox account here. So, but yeah, I wasn't sure how that guitar was going to look. I like crazy stuff, though, so I wanted to try it out, but you never know. You guys got to see this video that Tones sent me. So Tones is a dude, he buys and sells higher-end guitars and lets them just sit on reverb for a long time and then flips them. And sometimes he makes a lot of money on them. Sometimes he sits on them for a long time. So it's not all quick investment stuff, which is I can appreciate. That's cool. So check this out. Play this video here. So this is his LTD 1999 LTD Explorer. It is a sick Explorer, man. Floyd Rose model. Honestly, you don't see those. Look at that. EMG's Floyd Rose. It's in like a satin gray color. EXP 300, I believe it is. Dude. So awesome. I love LTD Explorers, and I love that time, you know, the late 90s LTDs are like some of my favorite guitars. So awesome. And then he's got another LTD, or another guitar I should say, that he's going to show us. Look at this wall. That Les Paul Custom right there, that green is so rad. And then he's got one of those, I think it's a Rob Arnold LTD that we were talking about. A Dusty Waring. Rad guitar collection, brother. Look at this thing. Is that a satin? A black satin? Snakebite? Is it ESP or LTD? It's the ESP. Big Dog Tone. Are you looking to sell that thing, or is that for the personal collection? Let us know in the comments if you're watching this, because that is just too radical. So, thanks for sending that to me, by the way. If you guys want to share your guys' guitars with me and have me play them on the show, my favorite is modded guitars, but also ultra rare guitars. If you want to make a cool video like that, send them in to me, and yeah, I want to get those on the show. Mark Rosenquist said, nice. Thanks, dude. Jerry Yancey, who is a tough critic, he is, yeah, when you get praise from him, you know you did something good. Sounds sweet. So awesome. Thank you, man. We got Michael here. Wow, Mark, every time I think you've outdone yourself, you bring us something awesome. Really hard to believe this is a really cheap and inexpensive Strat knockoff. It looks almost like a production model or a custom shop. By the way, Sigourney Weaver wants her guitar back. Oh, dude, thank you, man. Mark likes guitars and stuff. But, dude, Mark, what's up? I haven't heard from you in a little while. Mark bought the Lizard LTD and the Purple Crackle LTD. Sick LTDs from Trash to Thrash. Beautiful wiring, dude. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. There's Wes again. What's up, Wes? I love it, Mark. Nice work. Thank you, dude. Sazin or Sasin Gafarian. I don't think I know you yet. Love how clean this guy works. Hey, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. And then now these next little group of comments is going to be about the Alien Blood Sega Genesis video that I put out. That's a weird looking guitar you got there. It's a Sega Genesis, my friend. Surgemo said, that's pretty sick. Thank you. Luminix said, I wonder how you can thrash on this. You can thrash on anything if you... Thrashing is a mindset, so... You know, give me a Sega Genesis, you give me a fiddle, whatever you want, I'll find a way to thrash on it. Michael Metal, my man, my lefty dude. So what pickups are you going to put in the Sega Genesis? LOL. You know, the Sega Genesis was a pickup. That's what they call it in the resale business. When you buy something, you got your new pickups. Just kidding. Me and my brother used to play Mortal Kombat all the time back in the day. Rock on, bro. Dude, I appreciate that. Let me show you guys something cool. I love Mortal Kombat. That's one of my favorite game series of all time. And let me grab a couple things from over here, and then I'll be back on camera, going over to my gaming shelf, because I got some, how many of you guys played Mortal Kombat, all those kinds of games? And by the way, leave me a comment, Street Fighter or Mortal Kombat, what do you like better? For me, I'm a huge fan of both. Street Fighter Third Strike's one of my favorite games of all time, so I might have to go Street Fighter as my favorite, because it's literally one of my top 5 favorite games ever. It's like one of the few games that I still, when I get the time to play video games, I got the arcade joysticks, I'll bust out the Street Fighter. But I love Mortal Kombat, so this is my original Mortal Kombat case from when I was a little kid. I have like a box full of old childhood toys and stuff, and this was actually in there. I was so happy to see that. But then we got Mortal Kombat 2, and during my you know, reselling and game flipping days, they're kind of, you know, over for now, unless I get like a good deal on a lot from one of you guys out there. I'm not really actively searching to buy and flip anymore, but I got all these Mortal Kombat games because they're like my favorites, and I gotta have them in the collection. There's Mortal Kombat 3 right there for you, Michael. But even better than Mortal Kombat 3, who remembers Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3? Check this out. I got it for the Sega Saturn. This is like a $80 to $100 game, so it's just something. I got a Sega Saturn, and I only have 2 games for it, but this is one of them. So cool. Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3, it kind of sucks for Sega Genesis because it's like very demanding. But for Sega Saturn, it's awesome. And again, I got the joysticks. I used to watch auctions just like I do with guitars, and I would be on there every day for a couple hours on eBay, watching everything actively going out for the end of the day, like all the good stuff. So I would look every day and see what auctions are ending that day, set alarms, and then throughout the day check in on these things. And I got a couple Sega Saturn full-on, you know, like the big joystick setups, like arcade style, so really cool. Love those things. I have them really only for this Ultimate Mortal Kombat 3 game, so when people come over, we can rock out with 2 joysticks. Look at that, the longest answer on this guitar show is me talking about Mortal Kombat. And then here's a bunch of them. So these are the reactions to me on Guitar Center's website, looking at the guitars, and these are some of your guys' comments telling me which guitars you guys thought I should buy. So Sergmo said, so for me, the EC10 by LTD is something I can see you really making it shine for the cheapest buy on Guitar Center. And I was saying on there that I was leaning towards a Squier Bullet that was on there for like $70 or something, and the LTD EC10. So that's what David said. Grab the EC10 and the Squier Bullet. Elliot guy? Man, I don't know what that... Okay, probably... I was thinking, sometimes when I can't tell your guys' usernames, it's like a word backwards, but no, that isn't. Elliot. LTD EC10 is the one to buy. So far, everybody likes the LTD. Taryn, what's up, Taryn? Have I ever told you how much I hate Tune-o-matic bridges? No, let me know in the comments why. I'm a Floyd Rose guy myself, but I have no problem with a Tune-o-matic. I've got the Gibson Flying V's and the Explorers and a Les Paul, and I love all those guitars. John Edmond, on the PV Rockmaster, that's a built-in amp you plug headphones into. Do you still have the black pickguard from the one you rebuilt? I'm building one for my nephew. You know, I might. John, if you're interested in pickguard, I might have one. Let me, send me an email, mark@guitarguts.com. I'll look through my inventory and see if I still have it, but are you the one who emailed me about it in the past? Somebody emailed me about it before, and I might have sold it. And if it was you, then it means it's still here. Jimmy Pennell. Dude, get that Nuno guitar. I'm thinking about that if you don't. Dude, Jimmy, go grab that thing because it's probably already gone. Sergmo said, Guitar Center gives you... Because I was asking, what do they offer you? When you go in there with your stuff, how much do they offer you? And I was asking if anybody works at Guitar Center. Give us the inside scoop. Sergmo said, Guitar Center gives you 60% of what the guitar is going for used. So if it sells for 80, you might get 40 or 45 for it for the trade-in or sell. One of my friends used to work at Guitar Center, and he told me that they would just completely lowball, rip people off, and then people would half the time be like, never mind, it's not worth it. And then he would run out to the parking lot and be like, hey, look, I'll give you X amount, $100, and they'd go, all right, fine. Somebody had also told me, which might be in one of these comments coming up, about the guitar cases. They don't really, let's see. I think it's going to come up. But basically, they don't give you any money for the guitar cases. So it's take it or leave it. And then if you give them a guitar case, they will just take it in for free. They don't pay extra for the cases. Jesse said Yamaha is the one to buy. There was a Yamaha Pacifica. And I've heard those are awesome guitars, but I passed on it in the video. But we'll see. Is that the guitar that I bought? I've heard good things about those. Taryn said, Mark, go with the Beretta Special. You should be able to pick one up local at your Guitar Center for $179 plus tax. You could turn it in to a real shred machine? I don't know what the rest of it said. Ben Hondorf. Get the EC10 and turn it into a KH3 copy minus the Floyd Rose. That's a good idea. PVD, what's up, Paul? Or Philip. That's Philip. Mini Jackson RR for $119 is way too expensive. Yeah, for the value, you can get a new one for not much more than they were charging for the used one. He also said EC10 is a no regret. I have one that I got for the same price. I restored it, all the parts are great, and the stock humbuckers are really hot. Dang, good to hear. Samuli Buska. I see the value in the Nuno Betancourt because they don't make them anymore. Doesn't need much work to make it something different. I would buy that. Paradise Pythons, cool name. Sick. What is that? Like it's not a I can't remember what it's called. Those people who lack pigmentation and they're like I've been called it a million times in my life. I don't know why I can't think of the word right now. Not pygmy. What is the word? Leave it in the comments if you know what I'm talking about. But what is that? That's like some type of Burmese python in his logo. I bought a really cheap Donner Les Paul copy and put Goto tuners on it. It's one of the best cheap guitars I've ever seen. There was Donners, and Guitar Center had a couple of them. So cool. Thank you for letting us know about that. Gary Parker said if it had to be two guitars, I'd get the EC10 and the Ibanez. I also think the SG would make something different and cool. If I were buying a guitar for myself, it would be, I remember this comment. I was like, oh, we got cut off. But I remember it was the RR, Jackson Rhodes JS32T. They had one of those on there. Andy Lar said, Squire bullets are good for beginners. I have my Mustang with HH and it's still great. I was looking at those Mustang HH models, the Squires, because it's so different than anything I've built before. Max over here, All Killer Gaming, LTD, hands down. But if you're game to go over budget a little bit, I say the LTD and the Epiphone. So there was an Epiphone, I think, SG, I think is the one he's talking about, that was pretty sick on there. Danny Fernandez, that LTD was nice. I would buy one to flip and one to give away. Giveaways are a great way to build your Patreon. Yeah, I agree. That's why I do my guitar giveaways are only to my Patreon members. Jesse Parrish, is it Parish? I think it's Parish. I had a Nuno guitar just like that one. Love the feel and tone of it, but the neck wasn't straight. Tried to adjust the rod, the truss rod, but never could get the action low enough. Bummer. Metal Dad 80, I mean, it's a cheap guitar. I think the thing was less than 200 bucks. Metal Dad 87. I like checking out the used section at my local guitar center. I actually got my Ibanez RG370 DX GP4. What a great model name. From a guitar center in Missouri when I had to send something. What did it say? Metal Dad also said, also those JS22 guitars are great. Punch above their price range. I have the 6-string JS22 Dinky and it's great. Okay, cool. Thank you, man. There's a 7-string. That's the one for you guys who don't know that I was looking at. Wes Lester. He's Mr. Lester to you guys. He's a teacher. When I bought my Beretta Special, I paid $199 new from my local music store, but I was happy to give him the business. The cool thing about the Starcaster... Dang it! Why didn't I save these full comments? Nathan McLaughlin. The SX guitars are quite good if you can get them. I have a T-style one with an ash body and I love it. Is SX a brand? I don't really know. I don't remember. Sasquatch, get the HB, the Harley Benton, or the Washburn. Also, what was the Washburn that was on there? Was that like a Washburn Lion or something like that? Also, one thing Guitar Center does when buying used gear, say you take the guitar in its case, they say, okay, we'll give you X for the guitar, and then you can give us, it was Sasquatch, I guess, who left that comment. We'll give you nothing for the case, and then they ring the cases in as if they paid $1 for them. Chris Schultz. Oh, dude, I caught your Garth reference. I like that. Dang, I love that. That's such a funny thing. There's a Garth Brooks interview where he's like, I want to get on social media. I want to interact with the fans. Tell them cool stuff, slick stuff, neat stuff, raw stuff. And it's like, dude, it's so weird. I like that. He says that in that video. It's great. Okay, so we got through all the comments. That was like 65 comments. Dang, did we really get through them all? That's awesome. All right, now it's time to open a guitar. So let's spin the camera around. Let's go to the workbench right over here and get this guitar popped open. All right, guys, so we got the guitar here. Let's get this box cracked open. So one thing I didn't know about GuitarCenter.com is they obviously charge tax. I didn't really think about that. And so I was hoping to spend 150 bucks, and you know, I said I'd go a little bit into my own pocket, of course, if I had to. If I found a couple guitars that are ultra sick and that I needed both. But they also charge shipping, which I did not know. I thought if you spent over 100 bucks or something, you get free shipping or something. But they turned out, I had 2 guitars in my cart. It would have been like $165 or something. And with a $150 gift card, 50 bucks out of my pocket, happy to do that. Or 15 bucks out of my pocket, happy to do that. But it ended up being like $235. And I was like, what? Because it's like $30 each to ship the guitars plus tax. So I ended up just getting one for now. But I do have some remaining credit. Is this guitar upside down in the box? If Guitar Center box is upside down, let's see. Before I call them names, let's look first. So I ended up getting one guitar. It got delivered this week. Okay, good. It's right side up. And I still got some credit on there. I did see there was a Squire on there at the time, I think for $50, which after shipping would probably come to like 75 bucks, and that might be what I end up buying, something like that. So I got to keep my eye open over at GuitarCenter.com. So I could use up the rest of that money and get a guitar for a giveaway or to rebuild. I think this one is going to be the rebuild one. Actually, I'm probably going to rebuild both. I mean, but this will probably be the one that I flip, because I can see some good value in this, especially once I rebuild it. Nice, got some more bubble wrap. The one thing that kind of sucks is they take horrible pictures. You can't really see the quality of the guitar, so here we go. This is what we got. We got the LTD EC10. So this is the one that I was mainly looking at on there. And after looking at it up close, it is pretty beat up. Not a huge deal for me. You know, I can fix dings, dents, chips, and all that stuff is pretty simple for me. Gonna repaint it anyways. Action's super high. Look at this freaking thing. This is ridiculous. Who set this up? Okay, so yeah, the paint is just shot on it. Lots of chips and dings, no big deal. What do the frets look like? Down there look good. The first 3 frets are usually a little bit of flatness. Yeah, maybe you have to level these out, and yeah, they're tall frets, so that's nice. We got no neck cracks, that's nice. But yeah, check it out. That's the EC10. It's got some ESP cheap little pickups in it. But somebody in there, I think it was Paul, said, or why do I keep saying Paul? Philip said that it has hot pickups. So, but nobody wants to pay premium for something with cheap little pickups in it. So I'll probably end up putting something better. Oh my gosh! Wow, that sounds horrible. Yeah, it looks pretty good. So we got an EC10 in the house. What do you guys think I should do to it? I don't really have any ideas yet, but maybe this is something that we'll get on and do something really interesting and cool to. I don't know, let me know in the comments. What would you do if this was yours, or what do you think I should do to it? Got the master volume, master tone. I can see a capacitor, so that means it's a tone. It's all stock wiring. It's missing the back plate there. No big deal, I'll make a new one. Rosewood fretboard, 24 frets. That's one of the things I like. HH pickup configuration, another thing I like. I haven't rebuilt any Eclipses, but I do have a customer's Eclipse. It's Henry's. Henry, who I did the awesome Kerry King style Rhodes for. I think his is an EC, maybe 100 or maybe 400. Can't remember right now, but I'm looking at the body hanging right over there. So yeah, cool, man. It's got some dings on the back of the neck. I mean, I can fix those. That's kind of sucks, though. A couple chips here on the corner. Like I said, no big deal. Not that big of a deal. It is time, but you know, it only takes maybe a half an hour or a couple hours, maybe. Nah, probably an hour or two to do all the Bondo and then sand it level, and then you know you need a little bit of time to let it cure, and then come back. Maybe have to Bondo a little more because this thing's pretty beat up. But for like 80 bucks or whatever, and actually it was kind of free because somebody gave me the gift card. Well, it was more than 80 bucks, I guess. It was probably 115 or something like that, because I think I got 35 left over. Hardware will need to be replaced, which I probably would do anyways, you know. But cool, man. So now we got another project guitar. If you guys think I should, if you guys see any other guitars on GuitarCenter.com that are super cheap, like 50 bucks, even if it's like a mini Squire or even a no-name that some crazy cheap guitar, let me know. Send it my way, because at this point I got $35 credit with them and I just want to use it. I don't want to buy accessories and stuff like that. I've got sponsors for pickups and strings and picks and all kinds of stuff, so I don't really need any of that stuff for personal use. So I was thinking a bit about maybe buying a bunch of that kind of stuff and then just giving it all away to you guys, but I think it'd be better to use that money towards another guitar that I can just give away. Or, you know, rebuild and give it away. I would not give away a guitar that looks like this. That's why it's got to get rebuilt. Unless it came in pristine, but I don't think it's going to. I think it's going to be pretty trashed if I'm picking up like literally the cheapest guitar they have. So, alright guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you guys. Remember to go sign up to the Patreon if you want to really support Guitar Guts Huge. It's 10 bucks a month to join the CEO tier, and you get ad-free versions of all the videos I do on both of the YouTube channels here. And you get access to the Guitar Guts Discord chat so that you can chat with other like-minded guitar players and modders, and you could share your modded guitars and get advice, and you know, we help each other out on there. So it's a really cool guitar rebuilding chat, you know, chat program, Discord. And also we talk about working out, video games, regular general chat, so it's super fun. And then also you get an extra video every week that's like a behind the scenes video that shows actually what I'm working on right now. Because when you see Trash to Thrash, some of those videos you'll see my hair start short, get super long, go back to short, because it takes 4, 5, 6, 7 months sometimes to build these guitars, sometimes longer, depending how crazy and custom we're going. So if you want to see what I'm actually working on at this time, go sign up to the Patreon and get an extra exclusive video that shows it in vlog kind of style. Because I don't really like to show spoilers on the channels. I like to, once things are done, I edit all the footage down and then I throw it out to Trash to Thrash. So you get a lot different mix of stuff on the exclusive videos. If you only want the exclusive videos, you don't care about the Discord or the ad-free videos, or even the guitar raffle that's part of the Patreon, where I give away custom guitars that I rebuild. If you just want the exclusive videos, you can sign up to the YouTube membership. So here on YouTube, there's a join button. If you go to youtube.com/guitarguts/join, there's a link down in the description for this, and you can become a member, a YouTube member, and you get like a little, oh, I gotta do the emoji sets. I forgot about that. We're gonna make some emoji sets for you guys, and you get a special little icon by your name that's like a Guitar Guts logo that looks like a verified thing. It's really sick. So. And it helps support the channel. Also, if you want to get Guitar Guts shirts, the Sunday Morning Shred, Trash to Thrash, Time to Shred, and even, did I say that right? I don't know. I might have said Time to Shred twice. Sunday Morning Shred? I don't know. I'm going too quick. Baby onesies, all kinds of stuff. So I appreciate you guys watching. Drink too much coffee. Very obvious at this point. And I will see you guys very soon on the main channel. Rock on, my friends.